Pokemon has seen 6 unique regions so far in its 20 years that it's been around. All 6 regions have been based off real-world locations. Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are all based off Japan. Unova is based off the United States, and Kalos is based off France. There are still many places in our world Game Freak could choose as an inspiration, and in this series I will pick a part of the real world and reimagine it as a Pokemon region. And in this episode, as suggested by, and I am sorry if I mispronounce your name, Zhao Litao, and again, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, I'm not good at pronouncing names. We will be reimagining the great lands of Canada as a Pokemon region. Far north in neighboring Unova, the wilderness of the Canadian region will spread, with vast taiga forests, expansive tundra, and majestic mountain ranges. These 3 aspects are just a small taste of what the beauty of Canada has to offer. I pointed out the taiga forests and the tundra for a reason though. We have never seen these in a Pokemon game. We really have never got a chance to explore a colder climate, save for north of Sinnoh and eastern Kalos. And Unova doesn't really count that, since that was all seasons, which I do hope comes back someday. But I would love to see what a Pokemon game could be like set in a harsher, colder environment. The Pokemon alone would have to be amazing because they would have to adapt to this environment. As always, I have some animals of this area to show you how awesome a Pokemon region based off Canada would be. I'm going to start with this video with an animal I have already showcased in Tuesday's video. The moose. An iconic animal of Canada and simply an amazing animal to begin with. As I said in that video, I would want the moose to be a grass type. The next animal is an animal built to combat the frozen hell of the north. The muskox. They are known for their thick coats and the strong odor males emit during mating season, thus they earned their name from that. These animals used to be endangered, but thankfully their numbers are returning. The next animal we have is the tundra mouse, also known as the lemming. They may be best known for the misconception of leaping to their deaths, but that is not true at all. When I saw this little rodent, I instantly thought how this could be the region's Pikachu clone that every generation has to have, and I can see it being an electric and ice type. And finally, we have one of the greatest predators of the north, the Arctic wolf. These amazing wolves live in the far north of the Arctic regions of Canada and Greenland. They are actually not afraid of humans and have been known to approach people on some occasions. We, the players of Pokemon, have been wanting to see a proper wolf Pokemon for a long time now. We may have dog Pokemon and wolf-like Pokemon, but we don't have an actual wolf yet. And what better place than a region based on Canada to introduce it? The animals of Canada aren't the only thing that make it great. Canada plays home to a number of native tribes that have some of the most colorful and wonderful folklore that I have ever seen. Across Canada, native people believe in a serpent-like creature with flippers and a 7-foot-long head. The Inuit people call this monster the Tizhuruk. Their myths say it would snatch people off the piers without their presence even being noticed. This monster is also what the famous lake monster the Ogopogo is supposed to be. This next creature comes straight from the horror genre, but Pokemon isn't afraid to draw inspirations from the dark side of life. The Wendigo is a monster that comes from the Algonquin people, a group of native people that stretch from parts of the United States and into many parts of Canada. The Wendigo is a demonic spirit born from cannibalism. Any human who fed off another's flesh would be cursed by nature to become this horrible, deformed monster that would only be able to feed off human meat. Though these monsters only exist in myth, they would have to have their origin tweaked a little bit since I can't see cannibalism being introduced into a children's game. They are said to be the embodiment of greed, so that could be a start. From harsh cold climates to lush taiga forests, and some colorful to dark mythology. Canada is an amazing part of the world with some great animals that call it home. If this were to become a Pokemon region some point down the road, it would be a breath of fresh air since it's filled with many elements we haven't seen in a Pokemon game yet. This has been episode 3 of Where in the World. I know I said this in the last episode, but I'm glad this became a series. I have such a blast researching these locations for you guys. It's a great way to learn about these locations while injecting them with something we all love, Pokemon. The next episode of this series is still undecided, so this is your chance. Let me know down below what real-world location you'd like to see made into a Pokemon region. And if I use your suggestion, I will mention you in a video as thanks for helping me out with this series. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and share it with your friends. Follow me on Twitter for updates on anything and everything Pokemon, as well as know when all my videos go live. I have never said this before, but my link to my Twitter is in the description of this video, as well as all videos. And also there's links to some other important things as well. My channel, the last episodes, things like that. But with all that said, as always, this has been Black Phoenix. Thanks for watching.